location. While relocating, when you upload update, press the PS button for details.
Yeah. Looks like
Looks
it.
like it.
I'll take a look around then. Can't believe it's still standing.
You're in the game.
It's on now.
New notification. Trophy on. Press the PS button for details.
Sherryman RPD.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Yeah. Looks like the BSAA set up HQ here.
Abandoned?
Not sure. Chevy conference.
At RPD.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's expecting us. Gotta lock our location. Head of there now.
Copy that.
What's the code for this one? Hold on. On my YouTube channel and follow me. You hear me? Yeah. Put the police station prize. Original 11, Original 9, police station. Or you can write the whole thing down, the whole code. I had to find them. Give me a second to find them first.
No, go back up.
I had to find them. They're missing.
Okay.
Shit. Need to pry this open. Hey, Lieutenant Colonel. Kennedy. Reporting for duty.
scrap for me today.
Jesus. Rest easy, officer.
Where you going? Where you going?
That's the part I've been first with.
Pretty good. I don't know.
After I get done with the bathroom.
Okay. Is it? Like my new mask though?
Yeah.
Time to crack open the sugar. Covert military units from every country on Earth come to Raccoon City for one purpose. To find Elpis.
What is Elpis?
The power to upset the military balance of the world. The last virus, created by Spencer. Designed to control human consciousness.
Mind control?
They couldn't let it be stolen. So they launched a missile strike to hide it.
To hide a virus. Why do something so extreme?
Extreme? Is it? When the president tried to investigate, they had him assassinated. And you are the key to retrieving Elpis.
Emily.
Anyway, but not the girl you met. So many attempts. So many failures. Such a waste.
What do you mean?
Copies. Crafted to duplicate you. All useless. All scrapped. They each have their own sad story.
Because you and nobody answers, we are out of control.
Doctor, we can't contain them.
Sedate them now! You can get out of my way!
Hey, are you awake? Where did everybody go?
Get back! Don't come any closer! No, get back! Get back!
What are you doing? What was that?
Those two photos are at the same location. The application but I guess I'm right there around
I'll go with you for the cigarette.
Okay. So make sure to interact with it and everything we need to solve the two puzzles. First, let's head back the way we came and hang a left before the ladder to go into the library and cross the room to grab the mechanic jack to get around easier, as this will let us lift certain gate doors instead of needing to go all the way around. Before leaving the library, head up to the second floor and go across the long walkway in the middle to the bookshelf on the right that has a singular book on the middle shelf. Open it, enter a photo, and flip around to get the combination to the briefcase. RRR. Now let's head down to the operations room. Go down the ladder on the left after you exit the library, and open the gate with the jack. We're headed back to the west office and going out the same door again. But this time we're just turning left instead of a full U-turn. There will be a zombie in the left that's struggled with the vending machine, and you can either start killing or just ignore him and head into the operational room. Climb up onto the crate next to the board and turn around to grab the JoJo locker key from the floating TV stand. We can now head back to the west office to open the locker. Other than some great classic Capcom games, please watch a 4-minute video of all the Easter eggs and references from more info. You'll find the stars in from Charm. and zoo tickets with a message from Barry. The charm can be equipped with automatic guns and will increase firepower at the cost of weapon sway. Finally, we can open the briefcase in the Star's office with a combination RRR. If you don't remember how to get there, just exit back from the main hall, take a right, and go through the previously gated off door we opened with a jug, and go up the ladder and follow the hallways all the way around until we reach the office. The briefcase is in the back left corner in some lockers. Inside, you'll find the Power Shade's charm for the Requiem revolver, which offers limitless bullet penetration and will increase the firepower of the last bullet in the cylinder. And that's all. For more on Resident Evil Requiem, make sure to check out our video on the things to know before getting started and where to find all the antique coins. And for everything else gaming, you're already in the right place. IGN. Resident Evil Requiem is here, and there's a lot to it. There are some things the game doesn't tell you, and some stuff you just gotta figure out along the way. So consider this some beginner tips. Also, keep in mind, I'm trying to keep this as spoiler light as possible. We're not gonna be showing big cutscenes or revealing story details or anything like that, just early gameplay tips and stuff that's easy to miss. We've got 10 things, so let's get started off with number 10. There's actually a better handgun early on that's pretty easy to miss. So after you finally get into the main part of the gameplay, you have to race on the Roadstone Care Center. One of the first things you do is explore the west wing area. Now, one of the early rooms you're forced to sneak through early on is this iconic bar and lounge spot. Now, when you get in there, it's overwhelming. It seems like it has a lot of enemies that you're supposed to just sneak around, but there's actually a reason to come back to this place. It's not marked on your map. Items actually only show up on your map, it seems, if you have those sightlines on them. But if you look behind the bar area, you can actually find a second handgun, the SNS M232, which is Grace's personal handgun that she starts out at the beginning of the game. This thing is essentially just a straight upgrade over the standard pistol you get, and one of the few rare alternative weapons you can even get playing as Grace. It's easy to miss, but not actually all that difficult to get once you're capable of cleaning this area out, so don't miss out. Next, at number 9, they did show up one of these big iconic monsters in the trailers. Definitely one of the more grotesque things we've seen that you encounter is the appropriately named Chunk, this big fat zombie guy thing. He essentially blocks certain hallways in the game. He's so big that he struggles to fit through doors and fills and blocks entire hallways. He's a real nuisance, and he makes certain sections of the game a lot more difficult when you're wandering around because there's not really any way to get by him. It seems like you just gotta either wait him out or try to sneak around him, which is always tense and risky, especially when you're dealing with other zombies at the same time. So if you have this spare ammo for it, then just make things easier for yourself and get rid of this guy. Now, our first thought, and probably something a lot of other people might assume, is that this guy cannot be killed. Because there's also that big haunted girl lady thing rolling around the stalker type enemy, and she can't be killed using conventional weaponry, but Chunk can actually die, just like everything else. All you need are 3 Requiem shots, and he's gone for good. Just lure him over to the door, and he's easy prep. You shoot him 3 times with Leon's big gun, and he's finished. You can also use the hemolytic injector that you use to sneak up behind zombies and stealth kill them, making them explode. But you're going to have to craft a few of them because he takes a couple of stabs. Either way, you can kill him. That's the thing here. For your trouble, you get an achievement, a special charm called the I Spy charm that increases your chances of surviving fatal damage. All that, and you don't have to deal with this guy again, so it's a win-win. Especially because when you're wandering around this center, like, he's got the habit of showing up with the worst possible times. Next at number 8, switch to third person to make stealth easier. And Grace is the character that defaults to first person view when you play as her, as opposed to Leon, but in some ways, her sections of the game are a little easier when you play in third person. Her segments place a hair emphasis on some stealth and crouching around and avoiding detection, which becomes a whole lot easier when you just have a wider field of view afforded to you when you're playing a game over the shoulder with the camera. Overall, it's a lot easier to sneak around in third person, whether you're trying to avoid control of zombies or stay away from that big stalker thing. You know, third person is the easier way to play racist segments, at least when you're specifically sneaking. In other ways, the third person actually is a little harder. Enemies are generally more aggressive in third person mode, it seems. And maybe this is like an us thing, but having different viewpoints for each character is a very obvious reminder that Grace and Leon play very differently. Which you think would be obvious, but when playing as Grace in third person, you might end up trying to parry attacks, even though she can't actually do that. Like, one other thing to keep in mind is that while it's easier to spot enemies around corners when in third person, enemies have better awareness as well, and are faster to become aggressive if they spot them. So it kind of goes both ways. Ultimately, it's more of a personal preference, what you're going to go with, because both have their positives and negatives. But if we're specifically talking about stealth and avoiding enemies, then the third person gives you more of an evil eye than it is easy. But if you want to be scared, if you want to be spooked out, playing first person because it's scary. Now, number 7, there is one absolutely essential upgrade. And the first floor of this list is the hallway. It's really kind of the easiest way. But it's not the most important. It's the place where we can stay in. There are enough points in this area to get out of this stuff, but back forward, and there's essential thing here is an override, which increases the blood collector's capacity by 50. It costs 6 points, so it's not cheap, but this should be one of the first 50 points I'm getting.
Please, someone help me.
To make them more than 101 and carry not get any other blood capacity upgrades. This is it. So you either get the upgrade here, or you never can. And February, when we talk, that I never actually used to read steroids or stabilizers to upgrade Grace. And while we're at it, when it comes to what the upgrade should make, steroids, stabilizers, aims to keep up and the difference isn't huge. It is a noticeable. Next at number 6, there's a quick note. They brought back the quick turn, but it's not explained anywhere in the game or in the tutorial or anything, so you gotta just figure it out. But like a lot of previous Resident Evil games, there's a quick turn. You want to get rid of that stage. You're buying other things put back on the stick, and then press circle to it. Something that you do all that out to take work and go to like the original resolution or stuff, but it's still very straightforward. It's great to just do the back pace and sometimes you got the back is kind of behind and the ability to spin right around because that is incredible. So Resident Evil veterans, obviously this is a no-brainer. The game does not tutorialize this, so we can do lots of things for your guys. Number 5, I feel like how the values, class powers, have a fancy about this first, all they're really good for is to throw them as a distraction. Now, it's like that's their only purpose. If you can embrace this first section of the page, you're observing all complications. The best thing, those last problems, these things immediately go some of the most powerful playing this Resident Evil online, you may have previously a lot of dollars worth of money to try and extract out of stuff. So it's better off to pick them up as much as possible, save them, if you throw them.
Did you follow me on Facebook yet? Not Facebook, on YouTube.
It's pretty awesome. The more the better, because they are really effective for so
I didn't find it.
Jonathan T. Clemens.
I will.
No, not. You are on my old one, I think so, but I'm not sure.
Number 4, when you're playing with Leon, there's actually unfair weapons, and for the most part, these are pretty straight weapons with no weapon sights. But there's some pretty weapon sights, which increase your percentage of aim It's only closer to 8,000 sites using those mountains. You know, first-person view and everything. So, like, it's understandable when it's like rifle does it, but when you have to go from third-person to first-person anyway, so sometimes it can feel wrong. You know, depending on player preference. Characters but there's actually a better way. Just go to the actions and actually change the settings instead. Actually, once you disable the first person waiting to guns, the last person once they prefer that, it's just easier to see what's going on during a chaotic action sequence if the camera stays in both person. This toggle is on the first page of the options. Just go scroll down to the basic options as you see it right there. Now, what's great about this thing is that it doesn't disable the first person for sniper rifles, just for the downside weapons. So, if you still need to hit something from far away with precision, you can still do that. It's not something everyone's going to want to do.
Don't play me.
But I'm just glad because they have people like to play the other. And number 3, when you're playing breaks, you'll find 9 surrounding you. Get the chance to attack something. These things are very useful to defend something around you. And it's a surprisingly powerful tool. Sometimes I'm the one right now. Once they're too fast with their body, that's it. That wouldn't matter so much, but it's like 100 for students for the others. Actually, break them down for strength for strength. The bullets for the back. At first, you ain't having to do the break down after the back again. Instead, just about ready to go, and then this one, I have an excellent status about minutes down. So I think it wasn't like over this. But when you're done, you're going to see yourself in the side of the heart. You should look in the heart. Looks like the benefits for stealing your enemies. This is something that remains an effective strategy. But my team is not a game. Just don't it's still a survival mentality after all. Ammo is a 977 very hard. The better, just more smart. Now, getting another achiever with the flashlight is on. That suggests that there are parts of the game where you'll never turn the light off. This is on, but there are clear how or where. Well, there are testing for the flashlight to see what actually works and how it works. And we concluded that for the most part, you're going to keep the flashlight on outside the seems like this thing knows like flashlights on the last the big monster if you're shining a light on her, she would have turn around and stop. Overall, it seems like the girl is one of the most sensitive animals. They're not blind, so they can just see with their faces and they react. Just like they're so reactive about everything. It's better than just run away from them than try and sneak around them. They're actually a little slower than them. But it's a little deceptive effect. That is the same thing. Just generalize better. There are situations where the better seconds just stay low.
Please just forget about a dream.
So, when certain things burn into the slowly, you have to get corrosive acid to the chest of the sun symbol. If you never pick up the corrosive acid and never go back to the place where you're supposed to use it, this will never go back. So, the first order of you want to try to get out of the doing this, I'm not going to hold the test of being way more dangerous. If you're trying to get going, then this cutscene comes out of nowhere. It's designed to capture that button. But if you know it's coming, then you down ahead. So you trigger and just explore all the segments of the reserve. You know what? The probably was the beginning of gas house. What would this have been a tips for Resident Evil? That means something that doesn't matter if you're on survival hall, it's hard to make the little intimidating. Like I said, there's better things you guys got there. You gotta get this out there. But hopefully this comes out of this. I think this is important. If you like this, just want to click on the button. I really appreciate it. Also, be sure to check out the proposed products. We're looking at there, good experience. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
What is this place?
Can I stream? Can I stream?
You have what?
Can I stream on TikTok? So to you.
Gunner!
No.
Get over here now!
She's showing symptoms.
We need to get rid of her.
They explore a timeline that interweaves its complex narrative across 8 mainline games, a handful of spin-offs, and countless DLC expansions. But how does it all tie together? Well, largely it's pretty linear. What's not so straightforward is that the ever-evolving timeline takes an ever-important conspiracy.
They weren't able to recreate Spencer's scheme. But now we have the original. We have you.
The Umbrella Corporation.
You can unlock Albus's arc. That's where to go.
I was made?
Correct.
So it really was my fault.
What's this?
The mom murdered. She turned that thing.
What's done is done. You need to focus on the future.
She really made my fault.
It's time to embrace your destiny.
Generative ability.
What the? Mr. Kennedy, I have a feeling you'd make an appearance. Sorry, but I don't have time to spare.
Oh,
Research after getting lost on a boat expedition. This young understand how to relax and fly on the Spencer. Speaking of umbrella, let's check out the despicable company.
Wasn't there an orphanage around here?
Yes, there was. Why?
Who gonna do something again.
I just sent you the coordinates.
I don't have time to deal with this.
I just sent you the coordinates.
I don't have time to deal with this. Give me your goddamn
Everything all right, Leon?
Yeah. I'm good.
So why'd you ask about the orphanage?
It takes me to start. The orphanage is the entrance.
What is ARC?
Not sure. Apparently it's something like
Meanwhile, in Antarctica, Alexander Ashford's Poke-Veronica project is finally complete. In 1971, Ashford creates two copies from his family DNA, Alfred and Alexia. Fast forward to January 1978, the 70s were seemingly started for the Resi franchise, and Marcus is making a breakthrough with his research at the Umbrella Training Facility. By splicing a progenitor with each DNA, he creates the T-virus, or at least a strain that doesn't immediately kill those exposed to it. It just turns them into hideously mutated creatures. What's your which one of those is the best option, if I'm honest? This research is a private students from the Umbrella Training Facility. Doctors Ray and Birkin and Alejandro Resca. But their work does not last long, because at the end of the 3 years, the Umbrella Training Facility is closed down. The Birkin, Resca, and the T-virus are moved into Spencer's Art Lab research labs. Suspicious of Spencer's motives, Vargas continued to stay behind as well. The experiments are really and everything from levels to left out. None of which would have happened if there wasn't the President of Zero. The early 1980s are not a good time for the Extra Company. Remember Alexia? Well, she's grown up to become a 10-year-old mastermind and is probably appointed the senior researcher at Umbrella's Antarctica lab, much to the annoyance of 21-year-old Oscar Eva Harder. After looking at their own plans, Alexia and Umbrella after its plans to put down and capture their father, which they succeeded in doing in 1983. With Alexander in custody, Alexia uses him as a test subject for research into the birth of the T-virus, Surprise, surprise, the experiment turns him into a psychotic monster, later known as Nosferatu. No, not that one. Taking the failed experiment on the chip, Alexia uses the data she obtained from her father to inject herself with the virus, while she piecemeals the effects off in a cryogenic chamber for 15 years. Don't worry, we'll have plans for some child prodigy later on. After the RK lab, who started the virus, and Garfield that library of Birkin, a school. Umbrella discovered that 10% of the population are not free of the virus, and Garfield sets himself the public task of solving this problem. His answer comes in the form of a bioorganic weapon, or BOW for short, known as the Hunter, which is born from splicing reptilian and human DNA with the T-virus. Birkin's research and development continued across the 80s and culminates from the start of the project known as the Tyrant. Okay, it's late 1988, and I think it's about time we catch up with our good pal James Marcus, who's slowly been going off the road with his own ground at the T-virus research. As an independent researcher, Marcus makes headway by continuing to experiment with leeches, and in some extreme cases, his own staff, and he eventually creates his magnum opus, the Green Leech. His ultimately Oswald Spencer is having none of this though, and seeks to regain control of the T-virus research by assassinating Marcus and sticking his work. He sends in a team of Umbrella soldiers alongside Ratzinger and Birkin, and they shoot and kill Marcus, dumping his body and his precious Green Leech at a nearby sewage treatment. The 90s, the Umbrella expand their operations across the Arcade Mountains and into neighbouring Raccoon City, with Birkin making significant progress with his research creating a superior G-virus in the process. Spencer commissions a gigantic underground lab to be built underneath the city, a job that he comes up by promising to Raccoon City police chief Brian Irons. Fast forward to 1996, Fast forward to 1996, and afterwards the police department investigated the order study. Fast forward to 1996, and the Liverpool City Police Department investigated the order of special tactics and rescue services unit, those STARS for short. Although it's under the jurisdiction of the RPD, it remains a privately funded independent venture, namely some Umbrella keep their fingers in the pie. Disgusting. During this time, Albert Wesker is assigned to STARS by Umbrella, and he quickly becomes the captain of the squad's Alpha team. Brian finally reached the year of his fire as a human title, 1998, a year in which the foreign games in the franchise take place. In May 1998, there was a catastrophic outbreak of the T-virus at the Spencer Mansion Labs, and a handful of Cerberus, zombie dogs that you and me, escape into the Arcade Mountains and start killing unfortunate migrants. In an attempt to contain the outbreak, Umbrella locks down the Mansion Lab, and the T-virus begins to spread among the 4 staff still there. Naturally, with the horrific nature of the Arcade killings, the stories emerging inspire a media firestorm, and the press start putting pressure on the RPD to get the situation under control. Chief Irons dispatches the STARS, Alpha and Bravo teams to investigate the surrounding mountains, with Wesker overseeing the missions. Unbeknownst to the rest of his teams, though, Wesker's directive from Umbrella HQ is instead to get critical information about the site's POWs and destroy the mansion before it is discovered. Alongside that, he's ordered to gather information about the POW's combat ability, specifically in their interactions with the incoming STARS teams. And so we finally reached the very first game of the Resident Evil library, which confirms Star Bravo's failed mission. The Bravos will make their way across the Arcade Mountains and go to their headquarters to crash en route, courtesy of a little bit of sabotage from May Western. Instead of making the Spencer Mansion as per their original plan, it's hostile towards the military convoy, with the scope very much less. But discovering the responsibility poet, a bunch of us bring together and make one of the best villages the last responsibility for the village. They split up and Ruby started their going at the chambers and discovers an abandoned train, the Ecliptic Express. Now, I realised that Jane and Mark is going to split up and maybe come back into this story. Well, boy, what a comeback it is. It turns out that when Umbrella dumped Marcus and his legion in that storage facility, he slowly ate away at Marcus in the night, effectively absorbing his personality. The end result was a reincarnated Marcus Legion favourite thing, hell-bent on revenge for Umbrella. This whole life is totally wonderful. Returning us back from the dead, he goes to town with the poor inhabitants of the train. By the time Rebecca Chambers stumbles onto the train, they are already dead. Or undead, I guess. Having been consumed by Marcus's army of leeches, Rebecca boards the train and encounters death row inmate Billy Cohen, and they start to investigate the express, keen to get the train back on its journey. Wesker and Perkins send in a team of Umbrella soldiers who succeed in getting the train underway, but quickly get shot by the leeches. Rebecca and Billy officers on the train to stop, and the American rushing by Officers being able to take a big thing, who was exposed to Wesker and Perkins, and this leads to making a self-destruction. Perkins really wants to start for Rebecca and Billy. Navigate their way into the facility, hit the leads, and get to safety through the Mexico Sky Alley. As they open the construction, Rebecca allows she leads the facility to go free, and she leads me going to accomplish the correct of the then ends the easiest level I've ever seen. Okay, we are now in the OG Resident Evil, which details the exploits of Alpha Team in their mission to investigate the Uptown Ghost. Headed up by Westfield, the stars moving to its expert box, just regularly geobanks off the monster of unlocking top explosive land battery burning and helicopter pilot flag windows. The team successfully land near the mansion, but are quickly caught off guard by a pack of zombie dogs, which forces them into the Spencer Mansion. Separated, they each make their way through geological days of horror, encountering and surviving the zombified Umbrella staff, POWs, and various other mutations. Meanwhile, Wesker is pulling the strings behind the scenes, developing strong armed barriers that help him set traps for the rest of the STARS team while threatening to kill his family. Chris and Jill survive everything and anything that's thrown at them: sharks, snakes, spiders, bats, dialogue, and they meet up with Rebecca as they go away to the mansion. Wesker is finally integrated to have a team, and as a result, he leads Umbrella's pirate project, aiming to mutated Man Mountain, minimally reveal the remaining STARS members. Chris, Jill, and Rebecca back at the time, escape the time when Vickers returns with the helicopter, they all escape as the Spencer mansion self-destructs. There's definitely a right? Amidst the chaos, Wesker manages to survive as well. Puts together something together, and he leaves Umbrella for good. And the Russian film starts with people's families. Its terrace has very much arrived in downtown City. Its spread from gigantic underground lab somehow remains secret. Population on the rise, then forced the streets. The RPD is broadcasts alone. Umbrella, in a series of decisions, starts deploying the OW across the city. Chief among them is the back of Mr. X, as it's the fire of the nemesis. Morris is given the mission of hunting down four of his family members. The human is directed to plan, he begins his unrelenting chase of Jill Valentine. Across town, the Umbrella fire has encountered a service that's a line star evacuating anyone who knows of in her attempts to escape, she runs into BCS team member Carlos Oliveira. They take the fight to Nemesis while trying to escape the route in the city. During their fight, Jill becomes infected with the T-virus, leaving poor Carlos to fend for himself and found the cure for Jill. So that will have to work for Wheel arrives in the Food City with his first day on the job in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. After encountering a player rover who's searching for her brother Chris at an out-of-town gas station, the pair make their way into the heart of the city and get separated during the party. Leon eventually makes his way to the RPD, which is completely overrun with zombies. After navigating the station's bizarre lock and pizza hut, it's an old gym. Leon finds himself down the stairs where he runs into the mysterious Agriculture. Ada's mission is to swipe a vial of the G-virus, and Leon agrees to go along with it, with naive Hardrock. As they're investigating the Clara and by Mr. X, they escape into the sewers where they encounter a Dodge Burger, wife of a fellow scientist William. As they enter interviews Ada and informs Leon that he's working with their mercenary who wants to sell the virus from Leon, the humble he is, considering his perfect plan anyway, swipes the G-virus and returns to Ada. They immediately hold him on the phone call. Again pops up one last time, shoots Ada, and in the intercity chaos, the G-virus and Ada into the office. As Leon tries to escape the lab, Mr. X makes one last old girl before being dispatched by a candy rocky imager that is thrown to him by Ada, who has miraculously survived her. Meanwhile, Claire encounters Ada's girl Sherry, daughter of the person, and they manage to escape a giant creature by taking refuge in the RPD Harbour, where they keep borrowing back police chief Brian Irons. Brian kidnaps Sherry and locks her in a neighbouring abandoned orphanage. As Claire mounts a rescue mission, and horror drops in on Irons, infecting him with parasites. Irons dies and Sherry flees, while Claire manages to escape into the sewers, looking back into Sherry's car and next, and reveals that each chasing her daughter is in fact a mutated father. Turns out, Irons to sell his G-virus creation to the US military. A plan that didn't go down too well with Umbrella, and prompted sending a team to kill him. To save himself, Berg injected himself with the G-virus, turning the good doctor into a repulsive monster. In this weird carnage, he destroyed a bunch of T-virus stores, which led to the Report City outbreak. When Claire and Annette find Sherry, they discover that she's probably being infected by her father, and the pair hatch a plan to find a cure for giving birth to twins. Claire succeeds in finding her though, and in the chaos of getting back to kill Sherry, Annette is killed by her husband. Naturally, the whole facility enacts the round becomes an obliged self-destruct function, and Claire and Sherry escape to an evacuation camp, where they see back up the field. Birkin with one more traffic vehicle fails, and is then caught in fires of the exploding house. Okay, let's wrap up that cliffhanger from earlier. When I'm speaking, Jill is by this stage just like and she recovers from her infection. The third make their way through a series of underground umbrella lands in the multiple speakers the group. That's the only one for sure. They're ambushed by good old nemesis one last time, and Jill finds Lily Blood was the biggest of them. After defeating Nemesis and overpowering one of Carlos's corrupt squad mates, the pair fly off into the sunset and reveal the city of its true status. Months have passed since the devastation of Raccoon City, and Claire Redfield is still searching for her brother Chris. Her search takes her to an umbrella facility in Paris, where she is eventually brought in a secret with John Wick. Umbrella locks her up in an isolated prison in the Southern Ocean known as Rockport Island. But behind there is an outbreak of the virus in the island, and Claire soon gets set free. Soon after, she encounters the drug of irritating lady. A floppy-haired lad called Steve Burnside, and the pair team up to escape the island. In their way stands Alfred Ashford, one of the guns created by Umbrella co-founder Alexander Ashford, and, well, he's gone a bit insane. His time alone in a park with his twin sister Alexa has led him to cultivate a split personality, and he switches frequently between the identities of himself and Alexa. He will soon break free from Rockport, only for Alfred in the system to in his search of the island, none other than Dr. Albert Wesker, who has gone home to Umbrella since the Spencer incident and is there to retrieve a sample of the T-Veronica virus. With their goals both in Antarctica, the pair separately make haste from the Umbrella base. Once there, for a stage Claire, or Steve becomes infected and dies, Alexia is finally defeated, and that's the first Wesker makes up the Steve T-Veronica virus with a body more from Umbrella to Antarctica base. Yep, that's it, self-destruct. One of the rumors of promoting Resident Evil 2 about Code Veronica But it does have one correlation with the contemporary and that's Federation Cameo. 4 years after the tumultuous events of the New City, Leon Kennedy and Special Jack Crosby either smashed the South American cartel with La Cameo down, severely infected his daughter Manuela with the coronavirus. Leon and Krauser encounter and secure Manuela before proceeding to head down those complex. There, they defeat Javier, who has fused himself with the coronavirus to become some kind of giant killer crow, and they escape with Manuela by helicopter. During the fight, Krauser's arms that becomes infected, and as a result, he's discharged from the US Army. This leads him down a darker path, as he contacts Rizzy Big Bad Albert Vasquez to join his team. Umbrella Chronicles is next on our calendar. And in large features rounds Rizzy 0, 1, and 3. We don't have a cheap story mission with Umbrella's end, and I'm guessing we can figure out what that intended. The year is 2003. Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine are investigating Umbrella's last show of Stronghold, a facility in Russia which is developing a new bioweapon known as the Talos Project. Chris and Jill, the experts of the army, infiltrate the facility and destroy the Talos. But wait, who's that on the horizon? Yes, I think Marty Whistler again. In his final revenge on Umbrella, Wesker flings his coat into the camera like an absolute nut, and he must be freezing out there, and he tears his way into the compound. He encounters Sergei Vladimir, a high-ranking Umbrella leader who's been working closely with Mr. Spencer to keep Umbrella going from the wake of the Raccoon City outbreaks. Sergei is no match for Wesker, but Kid dispatches him and steals Umbrella's deepest, darkest secrets, which he then makes public. As a result, Umbrella loses its long-standing legal battle with the US government, as the big goes since 1998, and Umbrella becomes bankruptcy as a result. And they all say, obviously, they're going to give most of the promotion to its lead aliens. Umbrella is still the past, Rizzy the one looks up in franchise. Rizzy 4 is a largely self-contained chapter in the franchise, taking the series away from itself. The year is 2004, from a mysterious holiday this darkest Spain.
You're supposed to know something. How did this happen?
Pledge their allegiance to the cult of the Russian
Okay, I found it pick up your call.
Finally tracks down Ashley to a nearby church, but the pair later seeks the house of the doesn't look better to the house under the control of Charles Salazar, another of Sattler's henchmen. When Leon and Ashley get separated amidst the castle's deadly traps, Leon encounters an old acquaintance, the lady in the red dress, Leon One. Leon fastens his way out to the castle, killing a mutated Salazar, makes his way to find Ashley offshore in the city. Another acquaintance is Darwin London bus, as it seems, as Leon then bumps into his former special ops buddy, Jack Krauser. Krauser then reveals that he and Wesker to secure the last private parasite, and the everyday one that he is to meet him. Leon then confronts Sadler himself, putting in a timeline of the good old-fashioned rocket launch to the base. We'll see again.
Excellent. I will pick it up.
Okay. And she makes up for the solid as coronavirus. Meanwhile, Leon and Ashley has been allowed in self-destruct sequence of Resident Evil 4. What a game. Resident Evil Revelations takes place flat bang between Resident 4 and 5, and introduces the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance's MIX, or BSAA for thousands of acronyms. In the wake of a bioterrorism attack that destroys the city of Terrabresia, BSAA agents Jill Valentine and Parker Sterling are dispatched to the last known location of their missing team members, Chris Redfield, now got massive arms, and Jessica Sherrill. The last known location turns out to be the fleet of Segovia cruiser, which is drifting in the Mediterranean Sea, seemingly abandoned. While there, Jill and Parker are ambushed by an organisation called Veltro, The folks responsible for the previous fire attacks that they are improved. The ESAA makes contact with Chris, supervisor they do that in the first place, and sends him and Jessica in to rescue Jill. And they make the reservation. Chris and Jill eventually reunite because that's what everyone really wants, and foil a plot to contaminate the sea with a virus that is taking like this, by separating and just getting on a base with viruses. Right, so for something elementary. So I think that most of the same characters. The first of a trilogy of deeply animated movies, Resident Evil Degeneration sees series stars Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield foil and build a new city-like bioterrorism plot. But this time it's on a whole scale across the whole US. It kind of feels like you're watching an 8-point about an unsuspecting cutscene, where all you want to do is explore a bit and shoot some judges in the face. A year or so later, we get the first conspiracy shenanigans of the Netflix series Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. After a civil war in the fictional nation of Afghanistan, a war in which the US sent in a special operation under Commando, Leon and Claire come together to untangle a potential pattern of evidence of use of firearms. Long story short, there is a camera, which is the White House cameras, which Claire managed to undercover, while the Blood Kurtz himself gallivants on a globe-trotting adventure to China and back to stop a tyrant S super soldier, which he naturally does, because he's Leon S. Kennedy, and the S stands for Stop Using Bioweapons. Management of weapons from the tax expert in first locations. They're specialized in a tax situation. They can file your taxes for you. They keep you updated every step of the way. So get your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert.
Newscaster, we have the ultimate map between Soundstar and self-free web recording of the loser to the chilling ice bath to the right here. Gentlemen, take your places. Go. The winner seems to be taking the lead. What? Wow. What's going on over here?
Signing up for self-free web recording. You're not ready with the web recording for free.
Seems to be a close one.
No, I'll sign up myself.
Dude, just stop running already. Where what?
Self-storage recording is too fast. That's for signing up for self-free. And it is somehow. For about a year, and I was reading Chris and Jill, and following each background, the last remaining co-founding member of Umbrella, who all knows well Spencer. Jill, the monster of unlocking, uses a lockpick to break into Spencer's residence, and the duo make their way through the mansion until they encounter not Spencer, but Wesker. Having arrived ahead of them, Wesker brutally murders Spencer by just punching him right through the chest. It's just devastating. Wesker then squares off against Chris and Jill, and as the fighter comes to its conclusion, Jill rugby tackles Wesker out of the window and they both plummet down a cliff. Did they survive? Of course they did. Wesker cryogenically freezes Jill in preparation for... Yeah, we're heading to Africa for Resident Evil 5, which takes place nearly 3 years later. The game follows Chris Redfield and ESAA partner Sheva Alma as they investigate an outbreak on the Las Plagas parasite in an African town. Chris and Sheva stop an illegal arms deal and as a result stumble onto evidence that Jill is still alive. Driven to find his own partner, Chris continues the investigation, and the pair find themselves in the cave that started this whole mad franchise off in the first place. Yeah, they rediscover the origins of the T-virus, their stairway to the sunflower, and uncover a conspiracy involving the ESAA's parent company, TriStar, having been sneakily continuing on with Umbrella's research. Miss Shiva eventually catch up to Jill Valentine, sporting a new blonde haircut, and wrestle her in order to remove a mind control device that is attached to her chest. To absolutely no one's surprise, Wesker reveals himself with another world-destroying gun. This time it's firing missiles containing a virus known as Ouroboros all around the world. Arterio chase Wesker down and eventually corner him in an active volcano, because by this point, no. Chris and Shannon take the fight to Wesker, and in Chris's case, some poor innocent defenses probably some friends and family that cares for them, and they eventually kill Wesker once and for all by firing. Yeah, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, it's the royal favourite, Resi's big bad killer, and RPG right into his face. There's that in time that is Resident Evil Revelations 2. Again, the story was heavily inspired by Checkpoint for France Canada, a fact that I literally just found out on writing this title. To make my job even more complicated, Revelations 2 takes place across two different timelines. The first sees Claire Redfield and Moira Burton, daughter of Ginger legend Barry, being kidnapped and imprisoned on foot. An island by a mysterious woman known as the Overseer. In a weird Kafkaesque experiment as the prisoners are fitted with bracelets that track their fear levels. Yet too afraid to turn into a monster. The second time of the team suddenly arrived at the island in an attempt to rescue his daughter, a whopping 6 months later. The story then unfolds over 4 episodes, each of them named after a Kafka short story, and follows Claire and Moira's attempts to escape and Barry's rescue mission. Barry encounters a little girl known as Natalia, who reveals that the Overseer is in fact Alex Wesker. Contrary to popular belief, not a sister to Albert Wesker, but another child that has survived Umbrella's heinous Project Wesker. Two Weskers. The quartet finally managed to escape alive. If you got a good ending, that is, and defeat Alex with, oh boy, what's that? Yeah, it is, it's back, the Velvet's plastic and Resident Evil madman murdering weapons, the rocket launcher. Before we get into the madness of Resident Evil 6, we've got another jump back into the CG film trilogy with the middle entry Resident Evil Damnation. Damnation is a considerable improvement over its predecessor, and sees Leon S. Kennedy as a logic back into the story. This time around, Leon ventures to Eastern Europe to investigate rumors that POWs are believed their local civil war. Obviously, they are, and he spent the runtime trying to clean up the mess, with occasional help and deliverance from the lady in red herself, later on. Oh my God, where do I even start? Playing one of the greatest hits of the franchise, Resident Evil 6 featured a bloated monster of a storyline with not one, not two, not even 23, but 4 different campaigns and 7 major characters. The story kicks off on Christmas Eve 2012 with Jake Muller, the son of the late Albert Wesker. Now, when did he get with it? Yeah, Wesker Fox. Being taken into custody by a grown-up Sherry Birkin, who is now a BSAA agent. Muller is the key to creating a vaccine to the new Steve virus. But Birkin's mission to extract it from the distant country of Madonia is put upon the now put down by a Gala.
Fuck me.
I'm gonna save them. Like stop bastards like you.
That was a lot. But I didn't even mention the fact that the logo was like a giraffe being slapped on by. To be honest, sometimes I
Ah,
actually.
you loaded it?
What?
You loaded it?
Evidence there is thousands of budgets. If I want to send something up a chain, 2 clicks, it's like how the AI is basically fit into everything. It shows me which projects actually align to their goals, things that you use before they lead up to budget and somebody
Did you load it?
project. It's the way
Did you load it?
each task. And then it sounds like you have to have a PhD. So yeah, money.com, it could be easy. Hands down, I could probably get it.
Starting for trial today.
The first one. Unfortunately, the film trilogy closed out Resident Evil Vendetta and also throws everything in the kitchen sink into inside the stuff narrative too. Vendetta brings Chris and Leon back together again, but also throws Rebecca Chambers back into the mix. Yeah, remember her? Last time we saw her on the timeline was all the way back in the original Resi, like 20 or so minutes ago. Anyway, this trio of bioterrorism plastic badasses get embroiled in yet another attempt to unleash a new virus on the unsuspecting citizens of the world. But this time it's a virus with a new name. The A virus, because, well, that letter wasn't yet taken. Long story short, retrieve succeed, and along the way, this fan favourites all over the shop. A new tyrant, a vulture of the many variety, and of course, lots and lots of virus-riddled zombies. Right, after the boldness plots of the last couple of entries, it's time to take things back to basics with the Swampland horror of Resident Evil 7. The year is 2014 and more hell is about to break loose for the Baker family. After encountering an abandoned tanker in the Louisiana bio, Jack Baker finds a little girl and brings her back to the family home. All appears normal until the girl wakes up and causes the Bakers to go, well, fast forward 3 years to the summer of 2017 and the main plot of Resident Evil 7. She's born Ethan Winters encountering the Charlie Baker family while he searches for his missing wife, Mia. As Ethan endures the horrific conditions of the Bakers, he soon discovers that his wife and the family have been infected with a rare virus that turns them super corrupted. He escapes the hellish residence with help from the Baker's daughter Zoe, defeating Jack and Margarita along the way. Ethan eventually discovers that his wife Mia was working as an operative for an organisation that developed the little girl known as Evelyn into a bioweapon. Evelyn escapes and, well, you know the rest of the story. Ethan finally encounters Evelyn face to giant face, eventually killing her before being rescued by none other than Boulder murderer Chris Redfield. The pair escape in a helicopter with Mia, who chose to cure her, and they fly off into the sunrise. Wait, is that an umbrella logo inside that helicopter? Well, sort of. In the wake of Umbrella's messy end, another company known as Blue Umbrella emerged from the ashes with the primary goal to clean up the mess of the original corporation. In the wake of the Baker residence outbreak, Chris Redfield assists Blue Umbrella in capturing Lucas, the last remaining Baker, before he reveals the secrets of Evelyn's infection to the various Ladyblows. Let's start with the original final destination of this grand outlaw ghost of the franchise, Resident Evil Village, or Resident Evil 8 Evolution, including Commander. 3.5 years have passed since the carnage of Resi 7, and Ethan and Mia Winters are living a relatively normal life with their newborn daughter Rose. That is until our pal Chris Redfield and his Howard Walker squad storm the Winters' residence and kidnap hapless Ethan and baby Rose. Ethan and his daughter are taken out of town, but before they can reach their destination, their truck is ambushed. The little nipper Rose is kidnapped by someone else, and Ethan is left for dead. Gosh, this man just can't catch a break, eh? He awakens to this new nightmare and ventures into a nearby village to search for Rose. The village in question is like something out of a Universal monster movie, complete with actual werewolves roaming the street and a Dracula-alike countess lording over a giant spooky castle. After the former nearly eviscerates poor Ethan, he's imprisoned by the latter, a giant lady vampire known as Lady Dimitrescu. Having been tipped off by a mysterious merchant known simply as the Jew, Ethan discovers that Rosemary has been killed, very odd, and her body parts scattered across the village in 4 different flasks. That's dark. The 4 different flasks have been entrusted to 4 different lords, or in a massive callback to the very beginning of this video, 4 of Mother Miranda's Candy Parasite experiments. One by one, Ethan systematically dispatches these monstrosities, starting with the aforementioned tall vampire Lady Dimitrescu, before offing puppet possessor Donna Beneviento, giant fishman Salvatore Barone, and finally Magneto on steroids Carl Heisenberg. After dispatching Heisenberg, Ethan discovers that Chris is in the neighborhood, and he tracks him down to have a go at him for shooting his wife. Chris explains to the mayor he shot was actually Mother Miranda in disguise, and that she's putting the strings on this whole damn puppet show. This surreal nightmare comes to a head when Ethan confronts Miranda, only to die for his troubles. Don't worry, we haven't seen the back, or face either, to be honest, of this land just yet. Having witnessed Ethan's death, Chris assembles his Redfound squad, and they venture deep into the village where they discover the truth behind Mother Miranda and her experiments with the Megamycete. Chris plans to deal with this truth, blow the shit down. He plants a charge and vacates the premises. That's what you can do. It's the best. Well, actually, he is, but let me explain. You see, Ethan has been dead since pretty much the very beginning of Resi 7, after his encounter with Jack Baker. The reason he's still alive is because he was infected by the very mold that he was trying to destroy at that point, and its cause of revival had been keeping him breathing in essence. Hence why he could just put his hand back on when it's dropped off there with Baker. The revived Ethan once again takes the fight to Miranda, who's halfway through trying to revive her daughter Eva. With Ethan's timely intervention, she actually revives baby Rose, and with his mission complete, Ethan kills Miranda and stays behind to make sure Chris's bomb destroys the Megamycete. And as the Megamycete blows sky high, Chris jets off into the horizon with Rose and a rescued Mia too, having found her held prisoner in the dungeons of the castle. To close out this timeline, there's one last little epilogue that wraps up the Rita story with a nice little bow. And that's the story of the DLC expansion, Shadows of Rose. It's 16 years since the events of Village, and baby Rose is all grown up, and is sadly lived a life of being bullied for her unique powers, a result of her time with Miranda and her Megamycete. Wishing to be rid of her powers, she's given an opportunity to shed them by her friend, a lad simply named Ken. His proposition is for Rose to enter the consciousness of a shard of the Megamycete and recover a purifying crystal to help remove her abilities. Instead of running for the hills with that clearly mad idea, Rose dives on in and finds herself in a warped version of the Dimitrescu castle, trying to spy for the dark version of the version from the main village campaign. As she dives deeper through the various levels of the Megamycete, Rose is aided by a disembodied voice called himself Michael. His golden words guide Rose past the merchant, a horned killer dot, and finally Evelyn, the big bad from Resident Evil 7. Rose eventually nabs the purifying crystal, but in the process comes face to face with Mother Miranda, who reveals that Kay was an illusion, and the whole setup was a plot to use Rose as a vessel to revive her daughter Eva. Michael also reveals himself to be Ethan's consciousness, And this lovely family reunion is probably ruined by Miranda baying for blood. Ethan and Rose eventually overpower Miranda when Rose decides to keep her powers. And with Miranda dispatched once again, Rose finds herself back home in her own reality. And the game ends with Rose at her father's graveside being drafted back into the machinations of some shadowy organisation. And as they drive off into the distance, a mysterious figure is seen approaching their car. Who is he? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see where this franchise goes next for the answer to that. And that, friends, is the recently timeline in a hideous nutshell. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please make sure to check out some of my other timelines, including Dead Space, Metroid, and Uncharted. Thanks all for watching, guys. See you next time.
Get $800 off of Pixel 10 Pro when you join Google Fi Wireless. Plus, enjoy $10 per month off your service. Capture studio quality photos and pro-level videos with the Pro camera system. Get the ultimate Pixel experience on the Google Pixel 10 Pro. Switch and save $800.
My favorite overcome is actually perfectly fitted and really not bad in the beginning. But you don't have that feeling of anxiety and having to check this thing for $100 because the transactions could be something all that anxiety stuff around.
Thank you so much, Baker. So I can't thank you guys enough for making this a complete sold out atmosphere. A fun field. Yeah, man. You know, a lot of people are asking, what are you going to do your special? When you get to do your special, what are you going to do? And a couple people say, well, are you going to do it in New York? Are you going to do it in LA? And I said, well, you know, LA and New York wasn't exactly where I got my start. 1997, my first year performance was right here on this very stage. And you know, some of you are looking at the back and going, okay, and if he's showing Bakersfield love, how come he has a picture of Hawaii? And just so you know, that's not a picture of Hawaii, that's a picture of the bluffs here in Bakersfield. I love you guys. I have way too many good memories here, man. Some of them are kind of blurred because I was, you can't get all seriously around here. You gotta be careful because the police here in Bakersfield, they don't mess around. They don't stop you for anything, man. They got me outside and they're, walking. But I noticed some people, if you can make a cop laugh, they will work it. But you gotta really make them laugh. You can't just make them go, you gotta make them, you know. I made a cop laugh so hard one time, he almost peed himself. I know there's nothing told me. He was like, you don't understand. I think I'm going to do this myself. And here in Bakersfield, man, it's not there. I love every part of this town. I even love all of it. And for everybody watching at home, they're like, I was there. But I still love it, guys. It's really clean. But yeah, man, drinking here in town, you gotta be careful, man, because some people can drink alcohol. You know who you are. Some people can't. You come up to it. Guys, especially, you know how girls think that one of each other like 3 people, right? Are you gonna be I love you guys, I hate you guy, or the weird guy? You know how you're asked. That's me. Oh, yeah, I can't do that alcohol. People are looking at drunk, they say things they don't mean. You know, from here or something like, what? You know what you're running? You better cut me out. Oh, hell yeah, man. I ain't saying like you're gonna alcohol. I don't even think beer just doesn't help. Beer makes me talk to my buddy. I don't like that. I can talk about beer. I get beer. You know. Hey, you take it. You gotta say, you just gotta be careful, you know? If you're gonna drink and you're really thinking about driving, don't do it. You know, it's not a good idea. But like I said, you know when you're drunk. You know when you're drunk in the last couple of nights, you can't find the exit. So we make out to the streets, you know what's stuff is not enough. You hear the magical sound. Well, it's two things that happen in your head. Either one, I'm not there, I'm trying. I can read this. Or two, I'm not there. Again, if you can make the police stop, you have a chance. If you do get pulled over, come down. Okay? Pull over as slowly and as safely as you can. You know what I mean? If you know for a fact that you are going to go to jail, okay, you're already in the right. Have a little fun. I'm going to take off and these people shoot. No, don't do that because you're going to get very far. I mean, if you're drunk, you're already going to jail, you know, and you have tinted windows, have a little extra fun. Take off your seatbelt, jump over the passenger side, and put your seatbelt back on and just wait for the cop. You have no idea how bad you're going to throw his ass out, you guys. You can pull over the driver's side of the flashing light. You're sitting there. Somebody are going to try it. Still don't know, there are 5 levels of fatness for each one of the levels. First grade, because of the feet. I still never vote. People behind you know you're going to find a lot of these people that's not you now. When you try to get on an elevator that's crowded, and people stop you and go, if you go to Disneyland, you want to like you. I'm sorry, look, you know, to be honest, we're not alcoholics. I started from Disneyland. Disneyland, they're not friendly. They're not like that. They care about safety. It sucks. They're not going to have a one dollar. It's not. Once I went to a trip with my buddy Marco, right? Big guy. And I went because it's family, you know, they decided to go, he wanted to be the only one hanging out by the strollers. So we're hanging out, and at the end of the day, my buddy Marco goes, dude, we should go on the road. I go, which one? Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. He goes, there's a ride there in Disneyland. It's called Splash Mountain. I go, what is that? He goes, it's a log, and inside the log, and it goes up the other coast now, makes a splash. No seatbelt, no people, just land and no seatbelt. So we get in line for I pumped up and I see people getting on the water with these little watercolors. I go, wow, it's fun. They took the boat. We go downhill. So we get to the front of the line and then we have the lady with the headset. The lady takes probably too serious.
Switch to the Unify wireless flexible plan and learn to pick the data you use. Get unlimited calls and texts for $35 per month for 2 months, and it's just $10 per gigabyte for data. You'll get high-speed hotspot tethering, or you can use data on DataFlex with data only reset. No hotspot required. Switch to Unify wireless today.
I need that 20 back, anything? The money I gave you and anything, I'll pay you back extra or more than anything when it goes to the next project, please. Huh? I had to get other things besides the headphones. Huh?
Here. Yeah, pay for my gas.
Everybody next time do that. I have enough for about the meals. Um, a watch, smartwatch, and a torch.
No. That's how it goes fast.
Get the headphones like on. Buying the jail. You know?
You can wait.
You know what?
You can wait.
Die, you son of a bitch.
Press the PS button for details.
Matthew off the ship. There's not much left. Heading on in to look for this.
Understood.
This is my stop. Yes, it is something clean. It just keeps it going. Finally reached the bottom. It's more than 39 feet.
The perfect place to hide something.
This boss really
Location 29. Press the PS button for details.
Stubborn to me, Arch. Time to burn you up on the roots. Sure, we found some kind of massive facility.
What do you think it is?
I've seen supplies with the logos of the usual suspects.
Whatever it is, clearly wasn't meant to be found.
Yeah. You're telling me.
Trophy arm. Press the PS button for details.
Yes, good idea. Finding the facts is something I make our friends who will wait. This is it right here. Yes, sir. $30,000. most of the time going to be your wage and other money. So if you say they like you, I say, here, oh, that looks just like money. I think we got $100,000 in both. I mean, that is our money. I'm sorry, the pro. Yeah, no, it's just pretty sure all our money, so I can upload it from the assets. So that's my dad's money, so I'm going to compare it out with $1,000. What would you guys do? No. What the hell did you do? I'm just like, wait, man. That's a matter. That's not serious. I got that.
Stuff's not bad. Where is that?
That's already done.
I'm getting a feeling I'm not wanted around here.
I don't know. It's not chill the life of the day. It's done. I have chilled the good life of casting this country. Present. Instead of it today, it just clicked, right? As you walked up, I'm not sure the president. I'm still interested. It's a fire. Still have that fire. If you're not done with it, no. It's not it.
I'm getting a feeling I'm not wanted around here.
Cyanide-laced chewing was also on the premises. Excuse me, I quickly to these channel 6. Are you two familiar? Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
The term calls. You're the unsubstantial. I would say same thing. Yeah, no, the full doctrine.
Well, apparently they believe that there was a spaceship waiting for them.
Oh, and that still is really possible. It's a possibility. And bonus weapon is out there in the universe.
Well, it appears they killed themselves in order to board the ship.
And that's where we disagree with them right there. Oh, yeah, we want to disagree with them. Have we been there on our departure day? Their departure day. Their departure day. Which is the day that they did this. I mean, that's what you could call it if you wanted to. I didn't know call club. I mean, what I always wondered is how, or you starting to wonder this, you brought this to our attention. Why, if there was a spaceship in the sky, I would have just beat the phone. Beat them up. Just beat them up. Just beat them up. Why can't you just beat them up? I'm not going to be dead to get beaten up. You know, I've been saying that for weeks. Seconds. It's because you told us that. You know, and that's how I just really, because 1 second, you said it. I didn't know anything about it until you said it. Because I ain't gonna call it.
And then why would someone join the club?
Sure, about you know, person they could have tacos on Tuesday, but I tried to get a draw. I mean, I would have been a plus.
Okay, so this is a tragic day for this community and for the members of the Quest for Earthly Truth. I'm going to this game.
I'm getting the feeling I'm not once around here. Shit, not good. Stuff's not bad.
Anytime you want, I'd be more than happy to just describe the sense of urgency because I want to look clocks ticking. You got to right? You can't say, oh, but someone was over. It's still right here. He does. It's literally in the last clip. I really feel up in the air. So like, it's gone. That's great. Just the there are some viruses all around everything. The intelligences are just 11, but are zombies, so we can pick up a place just that'd be great.
Here at Hart, your facility is constantly monitored to help you designated areas without authorization. These employee can transmit false information is currently targeted.
I love it. You just pull it up. Yeah.
Such a big fan. Not impressed. I heard you were smart. Get a look. Make no mistake. Nothing is bigger than the way to complete this mission. We're into trouble. Let's go. Was one tough bastard.
Coming from you, that's quite the compliment.
Sure by. I finally get some answers. Gray should be just landed. Grace, this is where we are. The world is under threat. The technology to control others' will already exists, but it's not efficient at infecting others. I believe Spencer solved that with Elpis. The Connection sealed Raccoon City to save it for themselves, and it's been waiting here ever since. This is as far as we can get. If the wrong password is entered, the Ark will be destroyed and Elpis will be lost forever. So tell me, Grace, what's the password?
I don't know.
Of course you do.
Leon!
Don't embarrass yourself, Mr. Kennedy. You can't beat me. Aren't we fancy?
Oh, wait! You still need me, right?
Come on! Grab tight! I got you.
Are you okay?
Me? Like $1,000,000.
Where does this take us?
Your guess is as good as mine. Time to get off. Come on.
What now? Leon. Leon! Leon, you okay?
How long was that?
I don't know. Why? Those marks.
It's T-virus. Stage 3 infection.
If you're so sick, why would you come here?
This place. Raccoon City was where it all began for me. When it all happened, I couldn't make a difference. So I'm here now.
You can't stop Leon.
He said something about you having a password. What was he talking about?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Here.
I'm going back. I'm gonna destroy all this.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, tell me in.
If anything happens to me, you promise you'll end this.
I promise.
Press the PS button for details.
Put your contact in yourself, else y'all don't get no gun.
I can check it out for us. I think you can give me a boost.
Guess we're about to find out. Watch out for yourself up there, yeah?
I will. As I go down, there's no getting back up.
System deployment. Override key required for reactivation.
Okay, just beyond here.
Warning. Structure orange. Immersed in orange sector. Critical error. Containment lockdown failure.
I'm going to defer to him on this one because he knows this way better than I do.
What's the code for this one?
make this really nice and easy for you. I mean, names, you're going to make it this really nice and easy. Besides, try. It really is. Waste time. It's you. Sorry, yes,
bro, you safe.
$65 just to attack the Capitol building.
The terrorists?
It is so good to see you.
Actually, I have this surprise. I got engaged. Yes. Congratulations, little bro. You did. I didn't think me, I guess. That is. You got it. So,
Marriage is a wonderful journey.
50% of divorce. Drive out. Close the box. I will not. You got it. Yeah. AKA just. So good about it. Looks like a yes. That's a big thing.
You're not going to say something, are you? That's your show.
What's going on? Step. You've always been good at filters. Not give us much time. What is it? Jim Demand before? Such and says. Ex-boyfriend is that one? Stop. Seconds. At least. Right, Dad?
She sounds
Silence for you. Don't talk to you. I really appreciate talking to Mom. I actually came here to ask for you to speak with us. I have no idea, sir. Whatever you're planning on doing, please don't do it. I'm just trying to think of the trouble that get out of the way. The whole girl's the nothing is a blacksmith. Yeah, about it. So, it's a big deal. So, second little things, to the subject, you're talking off of the thing, first of all, it's not this thing. Okay, that's it, that's right, that's right. And it's so I feel like I have to tell you that this stupid online belief is like bullets. One of the big things says, yeah? Okay. And then it's compared to shotgun shells attached to a bank and they blow up the glass. It's hypnotic. The guy did the slide and all. You're not in there and looking skates, so you can just be down past the armed guards looking for the answer. But they will both hit your legs, if they are, even if you force them with an equal armor and reflect their bullets. Then they hope to gather enough to get votes from the big. Well, they refer the highway, but they like the money. Pardons for the
Those things and get the ones. It doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to exist. Details like this.
All right, Leon. Be careful. I need to get going too. Nice.
Place the PS button to the database.
I'm so sorry. I see you had a baby there, man. I'm sorry. I keep trying to fight my battle with a baby. There you go. Relax, man. I'm looking good. All right, so after she's got to close it to take those because they feel they have a trash can. Nice guitar collection. Oh, that's very awesome. Just say when the one is on the wrong side, time to be smoking the reefer and you definitely got this one in that's the another memory. Whoa. This is far. This is different. The redheaded girl with outfits on the wrong side of town. Homies. Come on, buddy. It's all kinds of homies. White homies, Asian homies. No, no, it's a guy. No, I'm making it black, man. That's your stuff. It's and then you assume that it's racist. But that's just what country music is like. You don't like this. You like this.
This is it. We did it.
So goes to the last video to the side of your pants down and the hood to the side of Pretty long dark now, light is down, smoke a line, it's going good, I love it. All the young ones claim for me, I can't see your face, I think hey, stop it. That's racist. What is racist about it? The only thing that I love is white and whites. Yeah. Let's talk about the Klan, man. You know the last night? Are you outside of your mind? That's traditional country music imagery, man. Like a ego truck, listening under the stars, the dog got killed in white flames. You say, hey, I would have been fine with any of those things. What is the difference between those things always in the song? They're not racial. Hey, you know what? I'm going to say something that that's really funny. The kid don't look like how shocking like third coming on you right now. Oh my God, are you serious? Hey, catch it up there? That is the one more guy. I absolutely promise you, this song It's non-racist, and it's impossible for you to misinterpret it as such. Okay, it seems like you're about to sing the most racist song so far. You're trying to sing about entire story. I want to tell you. The band goes going there, drums are banging, let's get all together and have ourselves a whole day. Now I see it. Now I see it. Knows that if you're a supervisor of a manufacturing facility, the machine is working on the diagnosis as well as responsible. So it can be manufacturers or HR offers diagnostic tools and calibration kits and multipliers to help you identify things that are Granger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Come play on Granger, Granger.com, or just stop by Granger. Once, get it done.
Starting, I must say, it is a true honor to be in this theater with people in the capital of the greatest president of the United States.